Peoples, what is going on? I am Finesse, and today we are going to be in the Finesse garage because Mrs. Finesse's Challenger needs an oil change. But before we get into that, I have to take the old oil that I have in this oil pan to take it to get it disposed of, and we're going to do that at either AutoZone or whatever one of those, you know, the other stores that we have out around, or RALLIES or something like that. All right, so I already got the truck warmed up. So we're gonna get in here and hit the road. I'll see you guys here in a minute. All right, everybody, before we get started with this oil change, I wanted to let you guys know that I am taking part in a new YouTube channel, which you may or may not have seen already. It's called Splittin Lanes, and it is myself, Q the Rider from Riding and Wrenching, and Robert Simmons from Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. The three of us get together, we talk about motorcycle stuff, we talk about life, we talk about just about anything and everything. So if you want to get us change up and do something a little bit different than what you're doing here on the on motorcycle channels, definitely get over there, check us out, give us a follow, give us a like, and absolutely leave a comment. All right, let's get to this oil change. All right, we are back here at the house. Let me open up the garage. Get our oil pan out. Right, so right here is the oil change kit. You see you got 5 quarts of oil, you have a washer, you have a grommet, and then you've got the oil filter right there. So everything you need to get the oil done on your bike. I want to say it was like 120 something bucks. I can't remember. But at any rate, I'm gonna get these I'm gonna get my bike out of here. We're gonna leave Miss Finesse's bike right there, and we'll get this thing rolling. All right, so if we're looking down here into the engine, right here is going to be where your drain plug is. But you got this rubber bumper that's here for the kickstand, right? So in order to make it easier for us to get in there, I'm going to remove this bumper. That's just because I'm using tools. I mean, but if you had just the Allen key, you could probably get in there without it, but that's going to make the job harder. And not only that, I've had this tool here for some time, but I never really had the chance to use it. So we're going to try and see if we can use it here on this. To get this nut out. It's like a universal adapter. It goes 1/4 inch to 3/4 or 7 mil to 19 mil. So let's see if it works. I don't like the sound of that. All right, so that did not work. So we're gonna stick with the oldie but goodie. Pull that out and let the oil drain. So also the washer's dropped in there as well. Not a big deal. We can just get in there after the fact. Now also, you remember I put in this magnetic dipstick, and look at that. That bad boy is covered. Oh, and it's sticking to the bike. All right, let's get this off. All right, the oil looks like it's draining pretty good there. It's almost done. So what I'm gonna do is take some shop towels and a shopping bag. And we're gonna put the shop towel inside the shopping bag. And then we're gonna move the oil pan out of the way while sliding the bag with the shop towels in there. And we're gonna move this out of the way because we have to come up front so that we can remove the oil filter. All right, so while the oil is draining out of the bike, we're gonna come over here to the bench and look at our drain plug. So when you're looking at the drain plug, you just wanna inspect it here. You're gonna make sure that the inside of there is not stripped from the Allen key. You're also gonna be looking at these ribs here to make sure that these are nice and undamaged. And then of course you wanna look at the drain plug and make sure that there's nothing wrong with it. In doing so, we see that everything here looks good, so we're gonna wipe it down a little bit. All right. Then after that, you have to get this this little rubber O-ring off of here. Now, normally I have a pick that I use to get this out, but for whatever reason, I cannot find it. So I'm trying to see if I can get in there with my nail. So now we've got this rubber grommet out. And like I said, you know, as long as you don't scratch it, I didn't scratch any of that, so we're good. But I am gonna have to figure out where my pick went. Somebody has my pick and now I have to do the great search. Anyways, so now we're gonna grab our oil change kit that I picked up yesterday from Indian Motorcycle. And that oil change kit cost me $126, all right? 126 bucks. And since I already got my handy dandy knife out, it's gonna help us open this box. Got some packing material. Then of course you've got your oil inside. You also have your filter. You get a washer. And like I was saying, you get that rubber grommet that we're going to be swapping out as well. Right, well, you can't see it. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Get this washer opened up and slide that on. And we're going to take our little rubber grommet. Or it's an O-ring. Okay, I keep saying grommet, but it's an O-ring. Over and then down. So you should end up with this. All right, you have your washer here. You've got your O-ring right there. It should fit snug. You should be able to move it around a little bit, but it shouldn't be like flopping around on this. All right, so it has been about an hour or so. I was inside watching some YouTube videos, but now we're gonna get this oil filter ready. So we're gonna pop open some of this new oil here. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and get inside. Get a little bit of oil on my finger there, and then we're gonna rub that on the outside. Just to make sure we got a nice coat all along that seal. All right, and then we're just gonna take that and head down over to the bike. All right, so we're gonna get the oil filter back inside. All right, now that I've got it hand tight, then we're gonna get the tool in here and get it all. Extend bumper in. All right, so now that we have our oil pan out of the way, we've got our drain plug in, we've got our oil filter on. We're now going to get to filling up the oil on the bike. I'm just going to grab this funnel here. All right, then we gotta let this run for 30 seconds. We're gonna put that in. All right, so that was it. Super simple, real quick, real easy. It takes you maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to do this. But you can absolutely do this yourself. You don't necessarily need to go to the dealership for this, you know, getting into everybody's schedules and all of those things. But anyways, now it's time for me to do the hard part of riding this bike to make sure everything's good with the oil change. And then after that, maybe we'll give it a wash. All right, ride every day. And most importantly, make sure you're enjoying it. Peace.